Your live timing here on mxt.co.nz, and we're following this racing. Brought to you by the Taupo Club and our awesome sponsors, Aon Insurance, Pirelli, Paris, Nothing Without Control, Fox, and of course Penny Homes. Brad.
All right, MX125, the final race of the championship for these guys, and Hamish Harwood has not made the lineup, so he already won this championship this morning. He did it in style, and now he's going to take a well-earned rest and charge himself up for that final MX1 race later on today. So we wish him all the best for that one there. But what we're going to see here is pretty spectacular, as Cole Davies gets a wonderful start on his L3 Window Systems JCR Yamaha. He's flying down the Taupo smash, repairs, step down, and then back up the hill. Looks like a good start this time from Cody Griffiths. He's handy to the pace up there. We've got Logan Denise and Marcus Hildesheim, the two gassers. They are right there as well. So an exciting proposition in the championship, because second and third overall are separated by only 2 points. And the local man Cody Griffiths, can he hang on and take some to NZ glory? We've got plenty of stories to tell. We've got Cole Davies, he won here this morning, so he's looking to try and take the overall for the day before he goes back to America for a stint next weekend, and then comes back home in time to defend his New Zealand Junior Motocross crowns at Invercargill in 3 weeks' time. So a busy young man, and great to have him here. It's as a motocross fan, it's brilliant to see him putting a show on for us. And we see Cody Griffiths finally a bit better start for him. Had a good start, Logan Denise as well. Good start. Looks like Connor Heafy's up there as well. As it's all unfolding nicely for MX125, the youth and a bit of experience out there. Love our 125 racing.
Well, here's a young kid who joined the family business since he's been old enough to work. He's been a great asset to the family. He's been working on the farm. He's been milking cows. He does the farm management. He works alongside the animals. He's a tractor driver. He was a school kid, but he wanted to go and work on the farm and help the family. So he's a young man in a working life at the moment. Hasn't been able to do quite as much training on the bike as he would have liked, but I'll tell you what, every time that he's not working, he's out and doing something. He's the most active young kid that I know. He comes to working bees here in the Taupo Club and does an amazing amount of work. Let's bring it on. So great to see. So there he is in a very good second place at the moment. So Cody Griffiths we're talking about. So Cole Davies, Cody Griffiths out there to race and chase along with Logan Denise in there. Marcus Hildesheim, of course, will get up there. Oh no, Connor Heafy, I think, might have been one to steal it from Marcus. Just a reminder, we've had a wallet and licence handed in. We would prefer not to say the name of it in case it ended up in the wrong hands, so please check your wallets, check your pockets. We have a wallet and licence handed into us. We'd love to get it back. And thank you to the boys that did find that. That's very honest, and thank you very much for that. But anyway, Brad, we're all on, as you rightfully say. A man of the moment out there, but he's already won the glory and deserves all that. So he's in fact going to change the plate. He was the number one plate in the open class. He's now going to put the number one plate on the 125. So a bit like Cody Cooper, in fact, sort of won the other class rather than the main one that you probably argue you might want to win the most. But just winning a title is good enough, I say it.
Oh, especially this year. This has been some kind of nationals we've had. It's been brilliant. Our Fox, Pirelli and Aon supported New Zealand Motocross Championships. Man, it's been an absolute treat. And part and parcel has been the racing we've seen. And this man, Cole Davies, set the world alight when he won the 2 feature classes at the New Zealand Junior Motocross Championships in October last year. Ever since then, he has put his real hat in the ring as one of New Zealand's top senior competitors. And with those 3 second placings at Balclutha, he come to not be here at Rotorua. Turned up here yesterday, had a third, a second and a win. And then he's come here today and turned it all on for us. So in line for back-to-back wins here, and that's round 4 glory awaiting Cole Davies. Cody Griffiths, right when this 2NZ is on the line, he has responded and finally got himself a good start. And look at the pace he's showing with a bit of clean track ahead of him. So this is good stuff from the local man. And then Logan Denise, who'll be loving his CML gas, and he's in line for 3NZ glory if he can hang on to that position right there. So plenty of stories to tell. We've got 13.5 minutes remaining in this final 18-minute race for MX125, and it's certainly going to be spectacular to say the least.
Well, that awesome story to talk about with Cole Davies. Of course, the reason he missed Rotorua is he was at an event called Futures AMA Supercross. We've not had a rider come through Features Racing, so to have that opportunity on the doorstep is massive, and thanks to the likes of BT and JC and others that have helped make that happen, because the doors are hard to open. but they've opened them for this man, and we've seen his credits. Of course, he came away with a fantastic fourth in the first round, sixth in the second round, and here he is going back to do another one. Phoenix, Arizona as well. How cool will that be as we line it up for the best, which is effectively in 2 weeks' time. So an opportunity as well to go out and do some training with some of the best in the build-up to that event will be great as well. So bring it on with Cole Davies, a name you're going to hear a whole lot more about New Zealand. And effectively in this, I don't think we're going to see, is he, no, it's too many points behind. He's 39, so he's not going to get 3 NZ. It's actually going to be 4 NZ, but they've done that out of only 3 of the 4 rounds. That is incredible. He won't sort of get that number that he might want to put on his bike, like a 1 or maybe a 2, but we'll all know that he effectively has been as good as a number 1 in the New Zealand Championship this year. The name to remember, Cole Davies, is on fire, and he's your hot shot to remember. And of course, looking good to do juniors as well, which is something that we'll really treasure. Maybe it's his last time, we're not quite sure of that, but still at only 15 years of age. Remember when the kid was 4, 5 and 6, he was winning New Zealand mini titles. He did them at 4, did them at 5, did them at 6. He of course did 6 and 7 and 8 as well, so it effectively had 5 titles in his first 5 years of New Zealand mini motocross. An absolutely incredible rider. Actually, in hitting the juniors, things didn't quite go to plan. He just wasn't quite aligned at times with the ages and compared to how he was riding, and there was times when he was out with injury as well, so a little bit of a bad luck through his junior time, but don't worry folks, that's all behind him. He's heading for the big world, and we encourage it immensely, and you can get him behind him and enjoy him and to get the support behind as this man goes to USA, and look out for it. Coming up for Phoenix, Arizona, and the world's greatest supercross with AMA coming at you loud and proud in the next 2 weeks.
All right, he's 11.5 minutes away here. It's a little bit closer now, Cody Griffiths, but I think Cole's got a little bit up his sleeve here. So Cody Griffiths in second place, comfy now, ahead of Logan Denise. So that's your 1, 2, 3. We've got Connor Heafy up into 4th place. This has been his best showing so far, and he's really turned up to play here today. So the Glass and Window Solutions man from the top of the south. In 4th place, the Marcus Hildesheim on the Hustle Surf and Moto Racing team. He is there in about 5th place. We've also got Marcus Hildesheim ahead of Ruben Smith, the one just in behind in 6th place. Charlie Shaw, his best performance of this championship on the cards here in 7th place. Ben Valoy is there. Connor Hart, Ashton White all the way down to 10th place in fabulous MX125 racing. And just to show you how good this place is, just that from 5th to about 15th is just separated by almost 0 on the track as far as lap time is concerned. So it's so cool to have a lot of our youth of today. We'll see most of these competitors actually in 3 weeks' time in Invercargill at our Junior Motocross Championship. So I can't wait for that one there as MX125's rule. And congratulations to Hamish Harwood, our new MX125 champion for 2023, carrying on his championship run. He's won a championship in every year for the last about 7 years, I think. So Hamish Harwood, a legend in New Zealand motocross racing. And not the big MX1 title defence this year, but a 125 title, and certainly still in line for 2 NZ when we go racing MX1, the final race of the day. So stick around for that one there. That will be some kind of spectacular, as we're almost halfway through. There's 9.5 minutes, 8.5 gone. MX125, the race 2, their final race of the entire campaign, was a 7-race win streak coming into this round yesterday. And Cole Davies was the one to break that perfect record of Hamish Harwood's. Ever since then, he's come out firing today. Won the race here this morning. He's in line with the 5.5 second lead over Cody Griffiths. And so the 1-1 well on the cards here for the number 17 Althea Window Systems JCA Yamaha pilot. Back to America next weekend. So all the best to that young man. Here's Cody Griffiths in second place. He's needed to respond here after second place in race number 1 here yesterday. It was back-to-back misses on the podium, and had to find something special. He got a good start here, and in line now. If he can finish in second here, he will be number 2 NZ in MX125 racing. So that's going to be something to look out for. The local young man, he's only 8.5 minutes away from that. Logan Denise is the one that needs to try and get ahead of him. If he can get that CML Gas ahead of Cody, they will lock up on points. So that fight for 2 NZ is going to rage on for the next 8.5 minutes with Connor Heafy still there in a wonderful 4th place, but he's getting chased hard by Marcus Hildesheim, and then look out for Ruben Smith as well. So a 4th, 5th and 6th, you can throw a blanket over them. as they got 8 minutes to try and decide who's going to take the minor money here. MX125 Racing, and isn't it great to see guys like Connor Heafy, Marcus Hildesheim up there ahead of the likes of Ruben Smith and even the likes of Charlie Shaw are doing a fantastic job well inside that top 8 at the moment.
Everybody's hero performance has got to be a 0-1 as well, and our shout out must go to Wills Harvey, man. He was in the top 4 after round number 1, looking pretty good through round 2. Things unfortunately falling apart here for him yesterday. He's only got 1 point in at 1 point behind Marcus, but Marcus has got the upper hand. I'll tell you what, his mate Connor Heafy breathing down his tail with a 6-point disadvantage as well, so I'm sure he can make up for some of that here in this moto. So we've got to see where Wills and Connor are, and we'll get an idea when we look at the MXT results to just get that update. In fact, at the moment as we go, we've got Wills in there now. He is in 11th place, and Connor, of course, right up there in 4th at the moment. So that's all of that. Well, hey, how would those guys be if we got a tie in the end of it? Hey, they'd be able to talk to each other on the ferry on the way home, because there they'd be ending up on the same points. Or maybe there's 1 point in it. We'll have to do. Well, we're going to keep an eye on that, Brad. That's going to be a cool one. It's the Battle of the South, of course, and the best of those players in there. So well done. And as Bike Sport, Andy talking about today before, his success story of the class was on Marcus Hildesheim. We've had the privilege of seeing Marcus mature and grow with his race. A late joiner to our sport. He did junior motocross at a later age. He wasn't a prominent 85cc rider, but when he came to a 125, man, he was smoking, and he's done a lot of quality riding since then, so well done. The Hustle Surfer Moto Hawke's Bay man sitting there. So 3 riders separated by 6 points. 6 to Marcus, 7th Wills, and 8th to Connor. But look out, Connor Heafy's coming.
All right, only 6.5 minutes remaining. This is getting pretty exciting for our top competitors. We've got Cole Davies through. He's got a decent gap now. Cody Griffiths, who's also got a good gap back to Logan and E. So 1, 2 and 3 are pretty much set in stone. 6 minutes to go. You'd have to think something would have to drastically happen to one of those 3 to upset that running order, as a massive 19 seconds covers the entire top 3. Here's the battle we're going to keep an eye on, though, because Marcus Hildesheim's up at a 4th place ahead of Connor, and then Ruben's now right on the tail as well. So only a matter of time now before Ruben forces his way on that issue there. But those 3, 4th, 5th and 6th place, they are absolutely inseparable. Charlie Shaw on the number 223 machine, still there in what will be about 8th place. We've got Connor Hart going up into 7th. Ben Beloy is handing to the pace as well. And then Ashton One on that 1-1 KTM. Certainly fabulous to see. And there's Wills Harvey. So Wills Harvey still outside the top 10 with a little bit of work to do on his Marathon Yamaha. This is electric racing. And although 1, 2 and 3 have bolted, what a great little group of battles we've got going in behind.
Hey Brad, I think it's a positive thing. First of all, we know that so many of our riders, and both Cody and Hamish are good examples of it, they've won titles already, but they think, I'll go out still for my sponsors. Even though I've won the championship, I still want to win the race. Hold on, hold all cards, because these guys are still in line for another class yet, and they're both in line for MX1. So I think they're doing the right thing by surrendering their other ride. They've already won their titles, and they're going to surrender that ride. I understand Cody's going to sit out the MX2 race, and as we've seen in this one, Hamish has sat out the 125 race. That's the right thing to do when you look at the big picture. So I congratulate them and their teams on their wisdom and their thinking of that one. Quite often people, I think, get tied up in sort of a picture that's here and now rather than looking at that big picture overall. So well done, teams. I think you're doing the right thing. Of course, what's happening to everybody else saying, hey, without Hamish in here, we've all got a chance. And they're all taking those chances and heading for magic at the moment, as that man, the flying number 17, Cole Davies, shows his true colours and shows a great performance out there on the Altherm JCR Yamaha. Reminder, get his poster as well and get his autograph as well. You could be one of the first. No, he hasn't won a title this year, but if he's not winning titles by next year and the year after, I'll be very surprised. One of our true heroes of motocross in New Zealand at the moment, about to hit the big time in America, so get him behind him. Cole Davies show being unearthed in his first ever debut senior campaign right here, right now, race fans. Get that poster and say, I remember back in 2023, Cole Davies, when you rode your first senior nationals and I got your autograph, and you can take a note of his placing, because this guy is going places.
Absolutely. 3.5 minutes now remain. Our 1, 2 and 3 have gone through to tick off lap number 6. We've got only a handful to go. Here is Marcus Hildesheim under pressure now. Ruben Smith's got himself up into 5th place, and he's piling on the pressure. So Ruben, I was talking to Nige this morning, and Rube's just not had any luck so far this campaign. I'd say between him and Curtis King, the 2 KTM pilots, probably if it weren't for bad luck, they wouldn't have had any luck at all. So great to see him doing his talking on the track now. Know how quick he is, and he will be another one at our Junior Motocross Championships in 3 weeks' time, where most of these 125 competitors will be. Fabulous that our sport's in such good hands. As we've got Ashton White, Wills Harvey and Charlie Shaw. They are in 8th, 9th and 10th place, so it's certainly just some spectacular racing, and good to have our whole country covered. We've got everyone from the North Island, South Island, everything in between. That's fabulous. MX125 racing, we absolutely love it, and a feature part of the program with 2.5 minutes to go.
Well, just a correction there, Brad. North Island, South Island, everything in between. What's in between is Cook Straight, and that's ugly. So the bit that's in between is falling apart. And man, oh man, I tell you what, those companies can't buy a trick at the moment. It's not as if there's one versus the other easier. There's two significant players in the inter-island travel, including the Inter-Islander and straight shipping. And man, oh man, they are having some ugly runs at the moment. So there you go. If you thought your bike broke down, well, you ain't seen nothing yet because of Ferry. Well, it's just a little trickier to manhandle when it's been broken. You can't literally push that back. And one of the latest stories to unearth, of course, is the fact that they actually haven't got other machines that could rescue these boats if they were to get into more significant strife. So when you hop on a ferry now, it just doesn't quite feel the same as far as a comfortable and safe way to get across. But anyway, hopefully that can be rectified and we can be back to having good travel between our islands. We want to make it all as one. We want to get everybody there safely and back again for our junior nationals and plenty of other events. We're heading south as well for the Michael Godfrey coming up in the beginning of June, so a few roadies to do in the fabulous Cook Strait. We've already been across it on occasions this year, and we'll be keen to do it again. Let's hope we can keep sailing. Bring it on with our Cook Strait, highway number 1 between the north and south.
All right, a bit of an update to MX125 with 1.5 minutes remaining before the white flag comes out. Cole Davies well in command. He's looking just absolutely dynamic. An 18-second lead on the L3 window system, JCR Yamaha. In second place, a pretty special moment awaits for the local Taupo fans. Here's Cody Griffiths is close to sealing away 2NZ in senior 125 racing. And behind him, Ogan Denise on that CML gas. So that'll see him finish 3NZ if he can hang on to that position there. We've got 4 for Marcus Hildesheim. Ruben Smith still cannot find a way through. That is an electrifying battle there for 4th and 5th place. We've got Connor Heafy, one of his best performances of the entire campaign on the cards here at the moment. He is in 6th place. We then go back to Ben Vloy in quality 7th. We've also got Connor Hart in there in 8th place. Wills Harvey's up into 9th ahead of Ashton White, who's now in 10th place. And then we look out for Charlie Shaw on the 223, the SJS Motorcycle supported Yamaha machine. That's going to be 11th place for Charlie. But this one here with 30 seconds to go. And Cole Davies didn't come with us for round number 2. What might have been for this overall championship if there wasn't a clash with us. The big picture for Cole Davies was the AMA Futures performance in America. That's where he was instead of joining us for round number 2. But ever since he's come back, he's been absolutely brilliant. And we're going to celebrate him. In line to be 4NZ with only doing 3 out of the 4 rounds, so that's a scintillating performance. And then a pretty special moment in behind him as well. In second place here, it was pretty cool with the final round in Balclutha, the first ever trip to the podium for Cody Griffiths. And ever since then, he turned up to Rotorua with the confidence and had 3 second place position finishes. That was a magical weekend at the office. And then he's just matured nicely into a senior top 3 rider. He's got a couple of laps to go as the white flag's out now for Cole Davies, so he just takes the white flag. So we've got Cody and Logan. Certainly not done for, but if he can hang on for another lap, it's going to be 2NZ for Cody Griffiths. Can we get in behind him? The local race fans here at Diggin McEwen Motocross Park are a lap away from seeing one of their local superstars coming through, and that will be a treat for the local club and everyone involved with Cody Griffiths in line. Potentially 2NZ in a lap time.
Wow, yeah, certainly up for it at the moment, and we had Logan on the podium last time, so I wonder whether their points have they closed in, have they narrowed that? We had 2 points, with 2 points, and now they race back this way, so it might have got to do 2 points, so I think we're going to have it. So when you come down to it, in fact, the 2 points here will come down and go back out to probably 4. It'll go back out to 4 points, won't it? Yeah, right, back out to 4. So down to 2, but back out to 4. So even though Hamish has stolen and taken it away, we're super close. So there it is as we look out for it. It's very, very close there in the end. But for Cole, of course, a big mountain to climb and one that was impossible with the points deficit. But hey, a great 4 Ruben, I didn't want to see Ruben in 4th place either. There's something about a Smith name and a number 4 that we've seen just a little bit too much of. I'm only joking, folks, I'm only joking. But anyway, to have Ruben with us at 5NZ Gold, to think back to the shocking race, of course, 0 points scored at round 1 at Road to Vegas when he had a mechanical disaster. So making up for something since then on that CML KTM SX125. Go Ruben. Out there, Marcus Hildesheim, Wills Harvey, and his points unfortunately have dropped away. Connor's got that advantage. Connor Hart, well, has he had enough points to pounce? I don't think so, but Ashton White in there. A very good top 10, and also having a shout out today for Will Yeoman, and we wish Will all the best. Will is heading to USA, I understand, to get in some international cross-country racing. This kid is brilliant, folks, when it comes to cross-country. He's proved it for a number of years, and he's a hot hope here in Taupo. Here we go, the Cole Davies show, checkered flag, yes! All the way home, the Townley Builders feature finish. We love it here at Digger McEwen, and it's taken another quality result, and Cole Davies, what a champion, Brad.
Oh, it's unbelievable. That's going to feel pretty good. 1-1 for the perfect day at the office here at round number 4. This is going to be pretty special though for race fans in a couple of corners time, because Cody Griffiths on the Craig Stevens Motorcycles Blue Crew Yamaha, he is a few corners away now, and he will come home in 2nd place, and with that we'll lock away 2 NZ. So round of applause for the local fans, you little ripper, as Cody Griffiths comes home and grabs that 2nd, 2 NZ in MX125 racing. Logan Denise there, he'll come home in 3rd, and that'll be 3 NZ for the likeable young man on the CML Gas. So a fabulous performance from those guys, and that'll be a pretty special podium to keep an eye on, as then we look out for. Marcus Hildesheim is there in 4th place. We've got Ruben Smith still in 5th. So that is a little bit of pressure was put on, but Marcus has responded, and he will hang on and come home on the Hustle Surf and Moto Hawkspace supported number 21 machine. So well done to Marcus. That'll be a 4th place, and I'd suggest that is his best performance of this national so far. So saving his best till last. Here's Ruben coming through. So well done to Ruben. He'll get home in 5th place on the CML KTM. And a quality campaign at the office for him as he goes 5 NZ for MX125 racing. There we go for Connor Heafy. He'll come home in 6th place. That's his best performance of this campaign, so he saved his best till last, and it'll be awesome for the top of the South fans to see that performance. Ben Valoy coming home in 7th place ahead of Connor Hart, and Wills Harvey's going to get himself up inside that top 8 as well. So there we go on the Murray Thorn Yamaha. Wills Harvey had a wonderful show at round 2 at Rotorua. Hasn't had any luck at all this weekend, but to come home in the top 8 there, he'll be a certain factor when we go down the south for the Junior National. So let's cross down to Neil, who will have not only the MX125 race podium, but he'll have our overall podium for this round, and celebrating in style with Cole Davies, Cody Griffiths, and the likeable Logan Denise. Over to you, Neil.
Well, I just want to do a little moment of politics at the moment. Manawatu Club has put a proposal in for a rule change to drop the year by 1 to bring on our 14-year-olds. Now, we know that 12 through 14 is a junior competition year, and there's never been senior competitors that have done it anything less than their 15th birthday. And to get more of these 125s in, and we know the quality of what we've got in our junior sport, so I'd just love you to give some consideration to that, to have our 14-year-olds confined here, because, man, we have got the riders of the future. This is such a cool thing to see today. Hey, the great news of what we've got from this race is the fact that the same 3 riders in this finishing order are also the finishing order for the overall for the day. No, they're not the overall for the championship. So the trophies that get given out here for now, this final round, are for today's accumulated points. So as each of the other rounds have had before. So pretty special to do that. And of course, the big prize giving and the big trophies up for grabs tonight at our official prize giving at Fins on Tuwharetoa. Let's bring them up here and do our podium in 3rd place. Logan Denise. 2nd place today, Cody Griffiths. And the yell up from the crowd there. And well done, because indeed our number 1 and deservedly take it away. Let's hear it from out there, the Cole Davies fan club, Mr. Cole Davies. Yamaha and the Gas take the manufacturer's glory for a great 1, 2, 3. So that's what we say we could do, not just the race podium, what we do, but also the series as overall saves a bit of time. First of all, Logan, what was Taupo like today?
It was real good. Track got pretty gnarly in the end with a few spare holes and stuff, but yeah, it was wicked. Good.
Right, mate, as far as your overall performance, are you happy with where you are, or is it still not perfection? How do you sum your own championship up?
Oh, obviously I'm gutted to not be on number 2 spot, but Cody deserved it. He rode real well, so yeah, it's just what it is. So.
All right, mate, philosophical about it, but the man all the way from Kitty up there in the north. First of all, come on, where's that Taupo support, hey, for Cody? Yes, that's better, thank you. Smile on your face, mate, and number 2 NZ to go with it as well. Great, mate, you knew you had to win that, get no worse than second in that one.
Yeah, after that first motor, I knew Logan beat me, and he made 2 points on me, so I knew I had to at least finish in front of him to get second overall. Got a good start, got out front, made a gap on Logan. Fortunately, I crashed after number 1 going up the hill, but luckily I had a big enough gap so I could stay out front and just brought it home.
Oh, mate, absolutely wicked. The intelligence of you is to be congratulated. What's it feel like to have done this penultimate yesterday in the final round here today on your home track, Digger McEwen?
Oh, it's pretty good, you know, like got everyone back in and supporting me, the whole Taupo club, all my aunties and uncles from wherever really, just behind me and supporting me all the way.
Yeah, well done to the family. Thank you for coming to support them. How cool. Yeah, well done, number 2 NZ. Well done, Cole. Of course, you can't get on the podium for the overall. You did the right thing. You sacrificed around. You're looking at that bigger picture. We wish you all the very best for the future. But, hey, just from this round, what does it feel like to be number 1?
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, just got a good start in that one for once in the weekend. Yeah, just rode my race that race.
What does it feel like out there on that 125? Is it a nice bike? Do you enjoy it?
Oh, it's so good, so good.
So good, so good. And he is so good as well. There he is, our winner today, folks, Cole Davies. I'm sure he'll be a winner in time to come, no two ways about it. Look at these, a combined age of probably only about 48 years is my quick calculation for all of those guys. So, man, the future of our sport's in brilliant hands, isn't it? Bring it on with our MX125, and congratulations. A reminder, of course, Hamish Harwood, our number 1 NZ, Cody for number 2 NZ, and Logan for number 3 NZ, and we'll be crowning them tonight at Tūwharetoa. So bring it on. All right, more of our updates to come on our program, of course. We've got another class doing Ed Look Lap. This is our final round now. That's why you're seeing these podium presentations for the results overall. And thanks for the handshaking from Lindsay, our commissioner, doing a great job. Shout out to our board members today, Mac McLeod, and also to Mike Kerisk, our general manager, getting the real vibe of what this event is. To all of you out there, to all of the crowd, thank you very much for supporting our sport. I like to say it, I say it at every event. Thank you for the money you've contributed to today, because it is money that goes to the sport. This is not lining any personal body pocket. This is club-orientated event, and of course the proceeds going to the track to make this place the world facility. Hey, I saw one on TV. I've seen a few of them lately where we've seen other events, and I just think all the time of this place, Digger McEwen Park. This is world class, and we're delighted to have it in New Zealand, and it's all come about with volunteer money, and we're so appreciative. Thanks to Penny Homes to be admired, our superb sponsor today, but to those big three that have brought this series together, to Aon Insurance, to Pirelli, Power is nothing without control, and to Fox, the coolest apparel in the world. They're all on board with us. Bring it on with more mighty MX here for our 2023 championship finale.
Well, it's starting to get pretty exciting on the line right now. Our